Hi, I'm Michaela Kavanaugh, and I chose the country Australia for my project. My claim is that Australia overall is a successful and is a somewhat free-spirited country. For their religion, the last census was conducted in 2011, and it showed that 31% of people identified as having no religion. When this census was conducted, unlike the picture on the right, the no religion portion circled in red was at the bottom. And they think this may have influenced why that percentage was what it was, because they think it actually would be higher. So now they're conducting it again in 2016, and they've moved this no religion up to the top, just like it is here. And they think that that's going to potentially influence people, if they don't identify with their religion, to see it and pick that instead of when it's at the bottom of the list. People kind of tend to not read that far. So their religion overall has been free-spirited and has had a diverse type of religious people, and it kind of ties in with their economy because they're more free-spirited here too. This is a picture on the right of their money, and all of their money is waterproof, which is really interesting and actually a really smart thing to have done. They have 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bills, along with 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent coins, and also a $1 and $2 coin. And in 2014 to 2015, their two-way trade in goods and services between other countries, it had a $660 billion profit. So they're very successful along with being a little more free-spirited with their money and have done really well in that aspect. Their culture, they eat grilled kangaroo, which is very interesting because it's their national animal, but it's pretty abundant, so they don't really have a problem also eating it. And I read up that it was a drier meat, and you can cook it kind of like steak, like you can get it medium rare, medium well. And so that was really interesting to me that these people were eating their national animal, and it just kind of goes to show that they're really open about the food they eat, along with they go out quite often for meals, and they actually drink quite a bit of alcohol over there too, which was interesting. And I just found that they were probably a little more free-spirited. They also celebrate a lot of similar holidays as we do, except that their Christmas actually takes place in a different time of the year. And this is just a picture showing because the weather's much nicer there, and just a snowman out on the beach because their Christmas would look a lot different than we see here in South Dakota. They're very inventive people. They've actually created quite a few things that we use on a regular basis. Their notepads were created in 1902, which seems like such a simple thing, but when you think about it, we use those all the time. They also have created plastic disposable syringes in 1949 and long-wearing contact lenses in 1999, which are both things that are very beneficial, and I couldn't imagine not having those things in this day and age. So they were very successful in their inventions, and this is just a couple. They have quite a few things that have been invented over in Australia. They're very creative people. Their politics, this is also kind of similar to America. They had 6 British colonies, and in January 1st of 1901, they all came together to become the Commonwealth of Australia. They hold elections to elect some of their branches of government, and they have the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, which is just like the America, just tied very closely together. They were all this. I also contributes to their success. If you just think back about them having $660 billion profit from trading and things, they're clearly doing something right, and they're very successful. And you just kind of look at America, and we are not that successful, and we're in debt right now. So I thought that was very interesting. Their environment, it seems like it is beautiful there. They have rain quite often. This is actually the 7-day forecast for this week, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. And the next Tuesday, they're looking at potential rain, which to me is great. I like rainstorms, and even with these, it's still going to be 75 degrees with maybe a low of like 64 or 62 here and there. So the weather there is beautiful. And I also saw it's called Hostel World blog, and it's like a person who travels around and stays in different countries. She thought Australia was one of the most beautiful places she had been. She thought the cities were amazing, the beaches were fantastic, and it was one of the more budget-friendly tourism places she had gone to, so it was more affordable to do the things there. And there were national parks, pretty much everywhere you went. If you just wanted to go to one, it didn't take you long to get there, and they had lots of wildlife all over. Then these are my sources.